Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this message. This is a message for chosen ones, for star seeds, for my ancient ones, my ancient souls, okay? This morning I created a new deck, okay, that is very powerful, and it holds a lot of different kinds of energies and goddess energies, guidance, soul mission, purpose, things of that nature. So I'm really excited to start using it in these. This is my first reading ever that I'm using with it, okay? But I'm excited to incorporate it into collective messages going further. And for my personal clients, it's going to be a really powerful one for personal clients, and to get to know a little bit more about who you are, past lives, your soul purpose, you know, different energies that maybe want to work with you, things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just clear the energy really quickly. I call forth Archangel Michael for protection, protect my energy, to protect this reading, and to protect all of the viewers tuning in. And I call forth my guides and light team of the highest white light and decree to help hold space and bring forth any messages that need to come through for the collective today. And so it is. I just love that. Okay, so here we go. All right, so spirit guides, here we go. Okay, we're gonna see what wants to come out for the chosen ones today. For the chosen ones today. For light workers, star seeds, earth angels, high priestesses, high priests, okay? What messages need to come through for the collective today? All right. All right. I wrote on both sides of some of the cards. I wrote like on both sides for information and channeling. Okay, so 2 just came out. Okay, so this is about, the first card out here is about soul mission. Okay, this isn't for everybody, but this is about your soul mission and where you're being called, and like, you know, new passions igniting, ideas igniting, you know, your creative juices flowing, your, you know, passions flowing. Okay, so in this, for who this connects with, okay, your soul mission involves astrology, being a reader, birth charts, maybe a reader of birth charts, reading astrology charts, things of that nature, okay, or being a reader like with divination, like this, right? You're a teacher of the stars. Okay, so this is something that you have embodied through many past lives, where you know about the star systems, you know about star clusters, you know about, you know, the different, you know, constellations and just different things of the stars. But you are a teacher. So it's like you're someone who, you know, and that's why like astrology ties in here and stuff too, because you're a teacher of the cosmos, of the stars, of the planets, you know, and you're also a teacher, you're also of the stars, okay? So it's a part of why you're here and seated on earth is to teach and to guide, okay? But to teach others about astrology, to teach others maybe about how to tune in and read their birth charts. Maybe someday you have courses, classes, an online thing where, you know, you're teaching people, right? Oh, you can sign up, you know, for this much, you know, and then you get like a bundle or a package, and it's like a step-by-step about astrology or something like that, okay? But you're a teacher of the stars, where you connect with the stars. You have a connection to the stars. And it's like it's like they communicate to you. You can speak to them, okay? But it's a part of like who you've been and what you're meant to, like how you're meant to guide and lead in this lifetime. Angel numbers, okay? So what I'm getting with this is you're someone who, you know, angel numbers have, you know, they have their meanings, etc., right? But there are a lot of people out there who have channeled, they channel their own angel messages, right? Like I have a book by, her name's Michaela something, I don't know. But she's, you know, she's an oracle, she's a channel, right? And she channeled out a whole book of angel numbers that she received messages and meanings from her guides, her angels, right? So I do feel that. I feel like you guys are, you know, conduits, channelers. A beautiful monarch butterfly just flew in front of my window and flew away, you guys. So the monarch butterfly is going to be a sync for who this message is for. Okay, the butterfly also speaks of rebirth. So this is a time of rebirth, rebirthing, and remembering, you know, your soul gifts, soul memories, and exploring more of who you are and who you're meant to be and your soul path. Okay, you could also be getting a lot of angel numbers, signs, and synchronicities about your soul mission here, your next steps, where you're meant to go, where they're trying to guide you and lead you, okay? The other card that came out is pharaohs, okay? So for some of you guys, you've been a pharaoh or you've been connected to pharaohs of ancient Egypt and in past lives. Royalty and rulers. In past lives, you guys have been royalty. You've been rulers. You've sat on thrones and high councils, and, you know, you've led the masses and many, okay? You come, this is also like royalty is in my blood. This is also about royal etheric bloodlines, okay? Your soul, and like your star family, your lineage, your cosmic lineage, okay? So it's like you have like a high seat at the council. I'm getting like something about like high divine order, okay? So it's like in the 5D, and, you know, I feel like you guys have connected to very high dimensions, a lot of you guys, right? But you are someone who is well known, okay? Like you're known, okay? Like, and you have a lot of respect, and you hold a very powerful seat, okay? This is like natural born leader type energy too. For some of you guys, what I'm getting is you stood up to pharaohs, okay? Like where you saw injustice or imbalance or like unfairness, like you stood up to it, okay? So you could have been even like, you know, like a high priest, high priestess, you know, to a pharaoh even too, where you know, gave predictions and you were an oracle, and they maybe came to you for, you know, counsel, advice, things of that nature. Being like an advisor, a spiritual advisor to a pharaoh or to royalty and rulers. But, and that can connect with you, but mostly I'm getting like you guys are, this is like high level stuff. Okay, that's why it came out with soul mission, royalty, yeah. All right, so let's see what else wants to come out here. It's like you've always known you were meant for more. You've always known you were meant for big things. You always knew that you were special or gifted, even if you didn't know what those specialties or gifts were. I feel for a lot of you guys, you've always felt that you were meant to lead in some type of way. You're a natural born leader, okay? Kali Ma. Okay, so Kali Ma is coming out here, okay? Speaking of injustices, speaking of unfairness, okay? Kali Ma is a very powerful goddess energy, okay? So let me just read here. So Kali Ma's energy helps you find power in your pain and in your darkness, okay? So it's wielding alchemizing your pain and all of that into your power, okay? But she helps you face these dark parts and aspects of yourself. She's often depicted as like, she looks like maybe she's terrifying, like a terrifying goddess of destruction. She is terrifying as far as enemies go, as far as people who send you evil eye or try to take what's yours, or right. So Kali Ma is wonderful for that, right? So if you're feeling that, or if you're feeling like there's just some kind of like darker energies, jealous energies, you know, people who are just trying to like, you know, take your energy or take your ideas or steal things from you or whatever it is. Okay, Kali Ma is wonderful to work with, but she's also just the destroyer of injustices and the destroyer of enemies. 144, as I look over, yeah, she really is protective, and she destroys the injustices. Okay, we'll say that. She embodies fierceness, but also extreme tenderness. Okay, she's not something to be feared unless you're the enemy, right? Like, it's almost like working with her, the people who, again, who are trying to go against you or send bad jujus your way or anything like that, she destroys that, okay? She forces you to face your biggest challenges. She helps you to shift into healing and love. It's destruction to enemies. Skulls can be relevant for some of you guys. You might just be naturally very drawn to skulls, okay? We'll get into that another time. But Kali Ma wears a necklace of skulls, okay? And, you know, whenever I connect with her energy, the very first thing I hear is the clinking of the skulls as she moves, okay? So that's literally, I mean, if you see Kali Ma, you know, on an oracle card or in a, you know, she wears the skulls of her enemies. She represents death and rebirth, the dark feminine. She kills injustice and brings justice. She helps you connect and heal your shadow, embracing it instead of shunning it, instead of running from it, okay? Because the shadow is not something that's meant to be feared, right? It's something that's meant to be embraced, just like your light. But people have a very difficult time embracing the dark aspects of themselves, right? So she's really, really phenomenal for that, okay? Lilith is as well. Some of you guys are already working with Kali Ma, but this is a sign for some of you that she's saying, call on me. I'm reaching out to you. Call upon me. Okay, so you guys might want to look up more about Kali Ma. And she's one of my absolute favorite energies to work with, especially if I feel, you know, any kind of like, you know, any kind of anything from anyone or situations or, you know, things of that nature, but also with myself, you know, helping guide me, help me, you know, help me transmute, help me face this dark part of myself, help me face these shadows, help me face the deep dark pains that I have, you know, ignored or, you know, suppressed or whatever it is, right? So you have many, you guys, okay, those of you guys, I'm an ancient soul, okay? I'm a very old soul, right? So I attract a lot of ancient energy to my channel, okay? Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So a lot of you guys that are called here are also ancient souls, okay? And this is like letting you know. And again, you know, you'll probably receive some type of intuitive confirmation as I'm channeling all of this stuff, right? So, you know, you could get, you know, your ears might start ringing. Maybe you get the chills, goosebumps, right? Those are always like signs of confirmation. Or maybe your nose gets itchy, right? Like things of that. These are the kinds of stuff that happen when you're channeling too. But it's just for me like confirmation. Okay. So you are definitely ancient. Yeah, you guys are the ancient ones. Okay. And that's why you have like, you know, these lifetimes where, and even in, you know, different star systems and dimensions and whatnot, right? You are this like etheric royalty. You have etheric royal bloodlines. You also have very like high profile like ancestral bloodlines too, where a lot of your ancestors were like, they were freaking spiritual baddies. And right as I'm saying this, I look out. Okay, so we have the monarch, there's a big, beautiful hawk flying right in front of the field right here in front of my house. And then it just went and landed on an electric pole. But it had its wings spread out. Okay, so you guys could be very connected to the god Horus. Okay, hawks and birds of prey. All right, some of you guys may have even had a past life as a, you know, a hawk, or you know, maybe a different kind of bird. But I'm specifically getting like the eagle, the falcon, the hawk, right? I mean, I literally just saw a hawk, and then the monarch butterfly. Okay, bottom of the deck here, as I look down, it says 3 months from now, your life will be entirely different. Okay? And I think that's going to be for a good number of you guys, for sure. Okay, we have jumped timelines. We are aligning with our soul missions. By the way, my loves, I know I need to post it, but I am reopening my tarot lessons because I have people reaching out asking if I am doing them, if I will open them up, because people, and every single email that I'm getting right now that is in regards to that is people saying literally, I am feeling called to it. I'm feeling called to work with you. I'm feeling called to learn from you. I'm feeling called to pick up the tarot, to work with the cards, to work with my gifts. Okay, that's the soul mission. That's how it happens. You get the call. You just get the feeling, the notion, the intuitive hit, right? So again, some of you guys might be feeling called to, again, start your own businesses, become, you know, start your own like channel. And you guys might be wanting to, again, learn astrology, things of that nature. All right. So 3 months from now, your life will look entirely different. And literally, it's like things are just like going to start shifting and moving. I swear things are coming in that are in alignment to your new vibration and your new frequency and to your true soul path. Okay. Because you guys have been doing the work. All right. That's why Kali Ma is showing up. Some of you guys need to work with Kali Ma. Okay. And you need to work through some shadow stuff or heal some shadow stuff. But she also wants to work with you guys because she wants to destroy any injustices that are being done to you or have been done to you, and to keep them from happening to you. Okay? Definitely. I love this. I love this. You guys, this deck is so fire. This deck is so fire. It took me like 2.5 hours to really write it all out and to connect to it, and right. Okay, let's see what this says with these three. Okay. But it's powerful AF. Okay. So don't worry, guys. Trust me. I know that I've been talking about it, but this year is the year where, and probably over the next few months, for me personally, I'll start designing, and creating my first Oracle decks. You know, and one of them is going to be something like this. It's going to be a very high powered, very intense, you know, spiritual oracle deck to help my starseeds and light workers and fellow earth angels, and to also for you guys to use in your own personal readings and your own readings with clients, you know, or on your own channel someday, right? And I'll be doing a twin flame one for sure, twin flame messages, a twin flame one, and then whatever else, but those are the ones I'm being called to first. Okay, so a lot of your soul mission and just like maybe where you're being kind of called to, or what you are going to be doing, or maybe some of you guys already do this and it's confirmation that yes, you've done this through many lifetimes. Okay, and it's a part of your soul's work. Healing through touch or sound. Okay, so you're very powerful healers, but it's like you're a powerful healer through touch. So maybe like massage therapy, or maybe healing as like a physician, or, you know, things like that. But I feel like it's literal, like you have power in your touch, in your hands. There's something about you that, you know, I feel is like just very calming, soothing, okay, like your energy. But it's like you might just even like just, you know, let's say you're talking to one of your friends or something, and, you know, they're sharing something, and you just place your hand on their shoulder like, oh, it's okay. Just that slight touch, it brings forth an overwhelming sense of comfort and calm and all that, right? Okay, so, but healing through touch or sound. Okay, so sound healing, sound bowls, chimes, you know, stuff like this, right? drumming, rattles. But I feel a lot of you guys, like, that's what you're meant to do. And you're meant to, like, maybe show and lead others, hold ceremonies or sacred circles, sound healing circles, or, you know, like an event where, you know, people come and they can, like, you know, lay down like on a yoga mat and you do a sound bath for them. Okay. This is maybe a part of how you're going to make income in the new earth. Okay. Moving more into this new earth. All right. Strong mediumship gifts. Yeah. Okay. And then we have Rhiannon. Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her, right? Takes to the sky like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? You guys, okay, Rhiannon is a very powerful high priestess of Avalon. Okay. So a lot of you guys have soul ties and connections and past lives in Avalon. All right. You might really connect with like Merlin, Morgan Le Fay, you know, the Arthurian era, Camelot, you know, all of that stuff, you know, Lancelot, Guinevere, right? Vivian, all these energies. If you are, I would suggest reading, The Mists of Avalon. Is that what I think? It's just The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmerman. Okay, she's done a lot of different books about like all of this stuff right here that I'm talking about. But she's like my favorite to read as far as like connecting to the Isle of Avalon and the stories and things like that. Okay, you guys you have strong mediumship gifts. Okay, like you may not even fully be aware of it. Like you might pick up on some stuff right now. Or you might hear things like, you know, you might hear like someone call out your name in the middle of the night when you're asleep, right? It wakes you up, like someone's literally saying that, right? But it could just be like a spirit, you know, a loved one on the other side, right? But you guys have strong connection to that spiritual realm. And so just like a Teresa Caputo or other, right? My biggest gifts, my strongest gifts are, all my clairs are very, very strong. I'm a very strong, I'm very prophetic. I'm an oracle. I'm a seer. I pick up on things, see them, sense them right before they happen. I have visions. These are like my strongest gifts, right? I can connect very easily to the Akashic records for people, and do past life messages, readings. That's another strong gift of mine, right? Mediumship has started coming in more and more and more. And yes, I get messages from the other side, loved ones on the other side. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys who have been with me, you've seen me when I do my live readings here on YouTube. Like I've done that before with people where, you know, a loved one comes through or they show me something or they say something or whatever it is, right? But it's not my strongest gift, right? But I also know that it is a very strong gift. It's just coming in more and more and more. You guys, all right, some of you guys are already very strong mediums out there, but this is about a part of your soul mission, a part of who you are, and a part of your soul path in this lifetime, mediumship. Okay. So however that works out. But I think, you know, again, even if you're not aware of it, it can start coming through. Okay. Rhiannon. Okay. So, you know, all of the high priestesses of Avalon they wore the crescent moon. They had the crescent moon on their third eye, okay? So she's connected right to the moon, but the crescent moon in particular. Avalon energy here, extreme beauty, strength, a priestess, crown chakra, and third eye energy. So for me, this is like, you know, it's symbolic of who I'm talking to right now, okay? You identify as a high priestess because you are, okay? You might be called to certain places, maybe France or Glastonbury, right? Which Glastonbury is the modern day where Avalon was, okay? The Chalice Well, all the things, right? You might be called to these places for certain reasons because it will activate you. It'll trigger and jog past life memories and gifts, things like that, okay? You may want to work with Rhiannon. Maybe you are someone who's always very deeply connected to the song Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac. You could connect very deeply with Stevie Nicks. Hello, another priestess. Okay. Stevie or Nick could be relevant too as far as names go. Your crown chakra and your third eye are lit, 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 lit. You guys, they're so strong. You're so powerful. Like, this is just, I love this. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so we have Rhiannon coming out. You may want to work, again, just like Kali Ma. Rhiannon is calling to you. All right, she rings like a bell through the night. Okay, she's talking to you. You hold great strength. You're a very strong individual, and your powers, your gift, your magic, your visions, you know, things of that nature, your intuition, your extra high sensory, your spidey senses are super high. Okay. All right. What else does the collective need to know, please? Wow. Okay. Speaking of the high priestesses, the crescent moon energy, and right, like just the priestess vibe, right? Look at who we got here. We got Hecate. Okay. So Hecate is showing up. She comes forth when you've reached a level, like you could work with her anytime, but I'm telling you, she comes forth when you've reached like some kind of next level. Okay. When you've moved through the maiden energy, when you've embodied the mother energy, which is the, you know, empress type energy, of course, you know, where it's about just, you know, love and nurturing, and there's a maturity there, and maybe you are an actual mother, but it's about like, you know, just different things of that nature, right? The mother archetype, but it's like the mother, maiden, and the crone, right? Her symbol, right, is like what the triple moon goddess or whatever, right? Like, so it represents like mother, maiden, crone, okay, for Hecate. So she is the chief goddess of magic, witchcraft. She rules the night, she rules the moon, ghosts, and necromancy. She has power over heaven, earth, and sea. That triple moon crown, like I just said, extreme knowledge and wisdom of the occult, the mother, maiden, and the crone, a Titan goddess under Zeus. She bestows wealth and blessings. Okay, she represents birth and renewal. Hecate is, she is depicted with her black dogs. So dogs could be relevant. Barking dogs could be relevant. Let's say you're outside and you are, you know, doing a, you know, some, like you're working with the full moon. Let's say you're doing a full moon ritual. You're doing your release work or shadow work with the full moon or whatever it is, right? Well, Hecate would show up, okay? Like, let's say you're doing it, right? And then all of a sudden, dogs in your neighborhood just start barking, or, you know, your dog starts barking, okay? That is a sign from Hecate that she is there, okay? That she is guiding you or helping you, or that she's supporting you in that moment. You could, you know, and I think for most of you guys, you would be consciously working with her, like calling on her, working with her, but she'll show up for you when it's like you're ready to receive her or work with her. You'll start seeing Hecate, or readers talking about her, or pulling a card that, you know, she'll start showing up. And I think her and Kali Ma are showing up probably for a lot of you guys, or they're going to start. Okay. So hearing dogs barking or howling is also, right, okay, confirmation of Hecate and her presence, okay? It's like receiving an angel number, right? It's her confirmation. But she's depicted with like her hellhounds, right? They're just the black dogs, okay? So so that is a little bit about her, and I think the reason why she's coming out is because she is the goddess of magic, okay? And it's like, and then with Rhiannon here, it's like you're ready to dive deeper into your magic, into the spiritual realms, okay? You're ready to learn more, to embrace more wisdom. Things are going to start opening up. You're going to be called to certain things, okay? But also, if you're wanting to, you know, mentor and learn more, then call upon these energies, especially Hecate. Like, she's wonderful for that. I mean, so is Rhiannon, obviously, but For some reason, I'm looking down at the Hecate card and I'm hearing her say, meet me at the tree. Meet me at the tree. Okay? Or under the tree. So I don't know, like whoever that's for, it's going to be, look at the maiden energy just came out. Mother, maiden, crone. Okay? So for some of you guys, it's like you're being called to level up more, to dive deeper, to help ascend you higher into your true soul path, okay, where you're moving from the maiden energy maybe in your ascension journey to the mother, okay, and then when you reach the crone phase, it's all about the wise woman, the sage, the teacher, right? So younger, fresh energy is the maiden energy. It represents youthfulness, innocence, and we could be all three at once, right? That's what it is. It's the embodiment of all three at once, right? There's a strong inner child connection with the maiden energy. Good-hearted, sees the world innocently. You're a student of life, free-spirited, sometimes a bit naive, but that's not like a bad thing. It just, right? And then fun-loving, okay? So for some of you guys, it's like they want to, like you have this very maybe innocent type of energy and they want to work with you, help you, teach you, and then, you know, also keep enemies away, protect you, stuff like that. Okay. I feel too, like with this, I feel a lot of you guys, it's like you are meant to, you're meant to assist and teach and lead others, as far as like being a high priest, high priestess, like you're meant to show the way for others, okay? And teach them about, you know, the priestesshood or the high priesthood, and, you know, how to work with the elements and your gifts and energy and, you know, the earth and elementals and all these things, right? Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys are, you know, reaching more to like the crone phase, and I feel like you're going to be working with the maiden energies. Okay, but for some of you, you're in the maiden energy when it comes to your maybe soul gift, soul path, and they want to work with you on that, okay? So you'll know. All right, what else do we got for my chosen ones, for my ancient ones, for my spiritual royalty? You guys have like maybe even had like an expensive taste your whole life. That's something that I've embodied, and I'm not like a materialistic person whatsoever. I'm actually very, very simple with that kind of stuff, you know, but I also have, you know, but I also do like nice things and the finer things, but it's not like, you know, that's not the reason why I work. That's not the reason why I do what I do, right? It's like that, right? Like I don't just work to like buy expensive shit just to show off. Okay. That's not who I am. I've never been that way. Right. But I have always had this finer, palette, this more refined palette, this more refined, energy around nice things and the things that I like and whatnot, right? So I always knew on a soul level, like I remember, you know, growing up, my dad used to say like, Erica, you have champagne taste with beer money. And I used to think to myself, well, it's because I am meant to have champagne money and live a champagne life. And what I mean by that is I had this soul knowing, this deep knowing before I even really knew it, right? That I was meant for more, that I was meant to live a full, abundant life of comfort, of wealth, of luxury, of love, of like all these things, okay? Like I knew I wasn't meant to live a life of lack and struggle, okay? Like, and that's exactly what all of us, right? So you might resonate with what I'm sharing with you, right? And there's nothing wrong with liking nice things and expensive stuff and, you know, name brand stuff or whatever, but it's about like, it's about remaining humble, okay? Like if you're doing it and it's like ego driven and, you know, you're just blah, 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 there's greedy energy and whatnot, show off energy, you just want to show off. It's, you know, that's different, right? But I feel who I'm talking to, like you're blessed. That's what 3 months from now, your life will look entirely different. Hello, this is that on a spiritual level, on your soul path level, you know, other goddesses, deities that want to work with you, high priestesses, you know, in the spiritual realm, your ancestors, It's to align you more to who you are meant to be. And when you're aligned in that way, you naturally are abundant because you're in alignment, right? Okay, look at this. You can't make this stuff up. I look down and it's the crone. The crone archetype. The wise woman, the teacher, the matriarch, sees very clearly from a higher perspective, very secure with yourself, at peace with your entire being. Okay, the crone energy also represents death and renewal. It also connects to twilight. It's like twilight and darkness. Like you see all of it, okay? Like you don't just see from a little perspective, okay? Like you see all of it from a high level, from twilight through the darkness, through, right? You see it all, okay? And that's all I put. So a lot of you guys, that's exactly what I meant. Like some of you are the crone and you're going to be guiding maiden energies, okay? Along with Hecate, Rhiannon, and other, you know, high level priestesses, ascended masters, things like that. And then for some of you guys, you're more in the maiden energy and you're going to be called or guided, or maybe you already are, okay, to crone energies and archetypes that can help you, to just link arms with you and guide you and teach you and just kind of be a way shower for you, right? And then eventually you get to be the crone, okay? I feel like you guys are seeing things from a very high level. I feel like you guys are seeing things much more clearly than you ever have, okay? I'm getting like high level ancestors on the, okay, so you have like high level ancestors, again, going back to the royalty and the rulers, the pharaohs, the Pharisees or whatever, right? Like kings and queens, emperor and empresses, like whatever you want to say it, but there's a lot of powerful allies, ancestor wise, from your lineages that are really helping you and are, you know, wanting to work with you, but they're like helping to empower you. It's like they're saying, call on us, like we're here. But they want to like, they're guiding and like teaching and showing the way to who you truly are, but to the path of wealth, abundance, you know, success. I'm hearing fame, prosperity, all the things. So it's like, you know, your human aspect of yourself might be kind of shut off to those things where you can't really, you know, maybe where you struggle to see the higher perspective when it comes to your finances or abundance or things like that, right? So it's like they're saying like, no, we're guiding you, we're showing you step by step. We just need you to call on us, work with us, give us permission, be open to us. And then you'll start getting, you know, like synchronicities, clues, hints, things like that, right? That'll just start popping up. Like an example would be like you work with your ancestors. I also am getting like an ancestor ritual altar, lighting a candle for your ancestors. I mean, it's as simple as that, in honor to them, you know, connecting with them. I light this in honor of you. You know, thank you for being here with me, guiding me. You know, I ask that you pour your wisdom into me. You know, whatever it is, okay? And then lighting a candle for your ancestors. You know, I don't know if you know, maybe creating an altar space. I feel with Hecate and Rhiannon too. You know, it's like, and you know, and even Kali Ma, like, but I feel like it's like, you know, making time, carving time out of the mundane 3D everyday adulting, you know, kind of life, making time for these spiritual practices where you sit, you know, and you pray at your altar, you connect at your altar, you light candles at your altar, you create offerings at your altar for Hecate, for, you know, for Kali Ma or Aphrodite or Isis or whoever comes through for you, okay? But it's about, you know, connecting more. And it's like the more you connect, meaning the more you do these things, the more you open up, the more you connect to, you know, your past lives and who you've been. Okay, so speaking of like, you know, spiritual practices and altars and all of that, we have plant alchemy. Okay, so plant alchemy is, it's about, you know, working with herbs and herb healing, holistic healing, apothecaries, spells, medicine, and plant medicine. Some of you guys might be called to, you know, go on a vision quest or a journey, you know, with some type of plant medicine. You know, obviously that is something that, you know, if you're guided to it, you're guided to it, right? But it's just coming through, and I obviously put it on this card. Okay, like, you know, some people, like at a certain point in their journey, I've definitely gotten the call from Mama Aya, ayahuasca, but I've never done it. I haven't done ayahuasca yet. I haven't had ceremony. It's not just something you just do or take, or you purchase from someone and brew it and you just, right? It's not, it's a very sacred ceremonial, just like much plant medicine, where you have to do it. It's like, well, I mean, you don't have to, but you should be doing it with a shaman, with an actual shaman, with a real shaman. And it's a very sacred ceremony where it's like you take like almost like, I think like the whole week before, the shaman works with you. You have, right, a very special diet. You have to cleanse, purify, before the ceremony. And then, you know, and then the shaman is with you there during ceremony, because you can literally, like, you could purge a lot, right? It's known to happen, right? So you could literally, like, while you're going through this journey, you could, you know, be like literally like shitting, having to, sorry guys, but it's true, to vomit, to purge. Your body just wants to purge, and what it's doing is it's purging a lot of like this darkness, this other stuff, the pain, the trauma, different things that you're ready to release, or it helps you purge them out. Okay, so it's very beautiful, but you need to do it with someone that's very experienced, a shaman, someone who knows how to hold sacred space for individuals who are going through these journeys and what they're experiencing while they're experiencing it, right? And then afterwards, you have to have an integration of it all, which usually a good shaman, I know because I have shamanic friends who hold sacred ceremony. They do their own brewing, everything. And so the reason why I'm talking about all this is because I think a lot of people, like, they feel called to plant medicine, but there's definitely this, you know, sacred, ritualistic, respectful energy that goes along with it. It's not just like, oh, hey bro, you want to go do some Aya, you know? Oh yeah, sure, let's trip out. Like, it's nothing like that. Like, this is something that is sacred. So I highly suggest, if it's something that you are called to, if you're getting the call to Mama Aya or other things, that you really go into it knowing for sure, for certain, what you're doing, etc. Okay. But for some of you guys, you are the shaman. You are the shaman. You are the witch. Okay. You are the one that speaks to nature and nature spirits. Okay. You have telepathy of nature life, the plants. Okay. It's like you can hear, like many light workers and starseeds, they connect to nature, animals, all those spirits and different elementals and things, right? And a lot of us are in tune with that, right? I listen to the trees, I listen to the wind, I listen to the birds, and what I'm like receiving and what's coming through, and what I'm, you know, what I'm being called to do or say or relay or channel out. Okay, you guys who I'm talking to, whoever this is with the plant alchemy, you're very connected to the herbs, to like the mortar and pestle, to like spells with herbs, spell work, but it's also, it's medicina, it's medicinal, helping people, healing people. You might even be a shaman, right? Okay, that is also maybe leading people through plant medicine ceremonies or things like that. Okay, maybe it's not even on your radar right this moment, but maybe I say the word shaman and that resonates with you, right? Well, it's a part of who you are on a soul level. Okay, but you have a deep telepathy with nature itself. Like, you receive these downloads, these messages, these telepathic messages from the trees, from the flowers, from the plants, okay? From different herbs, whatever it is, okay? And even, yes, of course, animals and stuff like that. But this is mostly about the plant and plant alchemy, okay? You know, people, I think a lot of people don't realize how powerful the nature energy is, okay? Because it's very powerful, very, very potent, right? Yeah, so a lot of you guys are going to be called to that. It's a part of your soul mission for sure. But it's like, that's not your only mission. Like your soul mission could be astrology, birth charts, you know, and you could also be very drawn to plant alchemy and all the other things I just said, right? We have those of us who are very ancient souls, which is who I'm talking to, right? We have many, our soul path in this lifetime it's one soul path, but it has many splits. It splits off into many different parts, okay? So it's, you know, whatever it is, right? All of our soul paths are going to be a little different. We're all essentially moving towards the same things, healing, raising the earth's vibration, getting, right, you know, walking hand in hand with people, showing humanity the way into this new earth, okay? Because people are going to be very confused. People are already confused. People already in this world, you know, with the global things happening, is that they don't know what's happening. They don't know what's next. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of like just uneasiness and, you know, things of that nature. So we are the ones, you are the ones that are meant to embody these things and remember these things and work with these things and these energies and goddesses and whatnot. So, you know, and if you're a divine masculine watching this, same thing. You could be called to work with these energies for sure. Of course, look at that. Bastet just flew out in my lap as soon as I said the divine masculine. Because for some of you guys, you have a lot of wounds around masculines where you've been wounded or hurt by a lot of men, and this is also past life energy. And even, you know, men watching this have been abused by men, right? But Bastet is in particular, now Bastet is ancient Egypt energy, okay? So now we have ancient Egyptian energy, past lives of ancient Egypt, but Bastet is wanting to work with a lot of you guys. She's been coming through a lot lately, okay? So she is like, she represents, she's like the black cat, the black sphinx, right? But black cats or cats in general, like you could be someone who, feral cats, wild cats, they just somehow find you. They find where you live. It doesn't matter how many times, different places you move to, they always find you. They show up. You may have a black cat. I actually, right out front, right here, I have a black cat. She's this fluffy little black cat girl. And I call her Sweet Sweet because she's sweet. She's just this little, like, sweet little docile kitty, you know. But I'm the same way, and I connect very deeply with Bastet, okay? And ancient Egypt, by the way, all right? So just keep that in mind. Cats are very drawn to you. You could be very drawn to cats, okay? But Bastet is the goddess energy of, it's like the cat head. She has the black cat's head, okay? And then she has just a regular like woman's body physique, okay? That's Bastet. She's the goddess of protection, pleasure, and bringer of good health, okay? So if you have any kind of health concerns, or, you know, you just want protection around your health, or she's very, in particular protects and works with women and children. She's very protective of women and children, but anyone can call on her and work with her, absolutely. So any kind of like anything, all right, that you feel you need protection, or, you know, again, like around a health scare or just anything, or I have a flu, I have a cold, Bastet, help, you know, I call you in to help bring healing. She protects the home, okay? She protects women's secrets, and she protects the home from evil spirits, okay? Protects from disease, especially with women and children, like I said. She represents the ointment jar, okay? And the ointment jar is, well, you think of an ointment jar, right? She, it's a perfume ointment jar, right? So she represents like perfume, ointment, that kind of thing, but it's like a healing ointment is what I want to say. You might smell a beautiful perfumey smell, Okay, what is that? Clairsentient? The smell? I forget. It's psychic smell, okay, where you smell it, but it's not there, right? I get that a lot when I'm reading or things like that. But she might show up to you and you might smell, I'm getting like floral. I'm also smelling like myrrh, okay? Okay, so, but I'm getting like this like florally jasmine kind of almost gardenia kind of a scent. So I don't know, that might be different for all of you guys working with Bastet, but that's what I'm picking up on. Okay, so, and she helps connect with the shadow, with your shadow, with healing your shadow, okay, and suffering, okay? So she helps with that stuff, okay? She also helps protect you against other people's shadow being projected upon you, or, you know, darker energies from them being projected upon you, okay? She also is a revealer of people who might be projecting their shadow onto you too, okay? So she could even show you who is doing that, all right? But Bastet, okay, so she's a big one. You know, if you're working with energies like Kalima and Bastet and like Hecate, like, you're solid, you're good. Like, no one's gonna F with you, okay? But she's come up a lot recently, same with Sekhmet. So, one, you guys have a lot of ancient Egyptian energy for sure, past lives in ancient Egypt. I'm also getting Lemuria and Atlantis, okay? Again, ancient souls here, okay, for a lot of you guys. But she is reaching out to you and calling you. Same thing with Kalima. Same thing with Hecate, okay? All right. Yeah, see, look at this. You cannot make it up. What did I just say? I look down and look at it. You are being called upon by certain guides, okay? It's time to connect. It's time to connect. All right? And for my divine masculines out there, Serapis Bey is showing up. But again, okay, these energies, Serapis Bey is just a very powerful ascended master. I love working with Serapis Bey, but it's not an ascended being that I work with a lot, okay? He is connected with the Melchizedek, Order of the Melchizedek, the Brotherhood, whatever you want to say, right? The Brotherhood of Light, okay? The ray of purity and discipline, okay? So Serapis Bey is bringing forth the ray of purity and discipline. So he's showing up and he's calling you in your ascension mastery and your earth school right now to create more discipline and structure within yourself, your life, your spiritual practices, to have more discipline in any way that you feel you need to do that, right? Whether that's with, you know, organization of your schedule, you know, creating, I don't know. I don't know. You guys will know how it connects with you, but it is showing up, okay? He represents the fourth ray, which is the white ray. An emphasis on harmony and discipline, okay? Again, it's like helping to, it's like self-discipline, okay? And with a lot of self-discipline, it does bring more harmony, right? If our life is just like, you know, we're flying by the seat of our pants all the time, it can be a little chaotic, things can, right? But if, you know, and I'm not saying live like off of a, like, you know, bullet point, like, this is what I got to do at this time, this, blah, 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 right? Like, take it how it resonates, but you're definitely, there's more harmony coming into your life because of more self-discipline, okay? And he's going to help with that. So call on Serapis Bey. Serapis Bey is an Atlantis high priest, just like Lord Melchizedek. Okay, he represents the Brotherhood. He's also, right, very connected to, like, you know, Jesus energy, stuff like that. Moved ascension flame to Luxor, Egypt. Okay, so he represents the Luxor. You guys might be familiar with the Luxor Hotel in in Vegas, right? But the Luxor in Luxor, Egypt. Okay, so he worked the ascension flame to there. Okay, fierce, strong, and immovable energy to dedication to light and to purity. So again, if you're feeling like you need self-discipline or you need support in like structure, organization, planning, you know, willpower, help me have self-discipline when it comes to things I eat or my workout or exercise or getting up earlier every morning or doing this every day, he will help you with that, okay? And then to light and purity, okay? So he'll bring forth a lot more of that light energy. Again, the fourth ray, the white light. You might want to work with the white flame work with the white crystalline diamond white light, okay, when you work with him. Protection from movies, music, and other darkness in current culture. So he helps us, he helps protect you, us, right, from these energies, okay? We all know like the 3D matrix and how this stuff works, okay? Yes, we might watch movies or Netflix or listen to music, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of dark energy, dark magic happening on concert stages, at the Super Bowl stages, at, you know, award show stages, performances, things like that, okay? People don't even realize that they are being, that spells are being cast upon them, okay? They are literally being manipulated, right? He helps protect us against all of that, okay? So you could work with him in that. I just call forth protection from any kind of darkness in our current culture, in movie, you know, before you watch a movie, like, or something, right? I protect, call in Serapis Bay, Archangel Michael to protect, right? Okay, and he is a divine architect, okay? And Serapis Bay and all of these guides here are saying it is time to step into your power and into your mission, okay? All right. A lot of you guys are getting, you know, more in tune with your cosmic energy and your cosmic guides and your star family. Some of you guys are very strong Syrian star seeds, okay? You could connect with Sirius A or B. It doesn't matter. It's just Syrian energy, Sirius. Okay, you could connect very deeply to whales and dolphins. Okay. All right. Mermaids, merpeople. All right. Some of you guys have had past lives as these, as a merman, mermaid. Okay. Syrian starseeds have a great love of animals. They're very, very psychic, and they have vivid imaginations. Okay. I think I accidentally did 2 Syrian starseed cards in this deck, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I was like, I wrote way more than that. I think I accidentally did 2. That is so weird. I did, look. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm just gonna remove that. Syrian starseeds, Sirius Star Nation A and B, previous incarnations in ancient Egypt playing pivotal roles in the creation of the pyramids. The Syrians did, like, you think of like very ancient energies, Hathor. A lot of you guys are going to connect with Hathor. Maybe she's calling to you. Maybe she's showing up. Maybe you've never even heard of Hathor, but all of a sudden you are hearing Hathor, Hathor, right? I feel she is calling out to a lot of you guys, but she is from the Sirius Star Nation, and she's highly connected to ancient Egypt long before Isis, Osiris, any of them, okay? So a lot of you guys were there. You actually played, if you resonate with as a Syrian starseed, I do. I definitely do, right? Very heavy Pleiadian, Syrian, and Lyran, but I also resonate with Arcturian and Andromedan too. But anyways, okay, so in your previous incarnations, for some of you guys were actually there. You guys actually were there, and you played pivotal roles in the creation of the pyramids, okay? Syrian starseeds helped people of Earth with their advanced technologies and wisdom. So again, that's how they knew to share the wisdom of how to build the pyramids and how to architect the pyramids and design them and da-da-da-da, right? Okay. And to align them perfectly, right, with the stars and all the things, and right, okay. Helped develop Atlantis, Sumerian, and Lemuria. Okay, so you see that the Syrian starseeds are it's very ancient energy, okay? Sirius energy, the Syrian star nation, it's very ancient, okay? And the Syrians work very closely with the Pleiadians and with Pleiades, okay? There's many Pleiadian starseeds on Earth at this time. Probably it's more Pleiadian starseeds than any other star race. But there's a lot of like Syrian energy too. Okay, so you guys can resonate with Pleiades too. I don't know. The Syrian starseeds are Earth's watchers and guides, spiritual warriors, and ancient souls. Syrian starseeds are phenomenal at transmuting drama, chaos, density, and are powerful healers in dire times. Okay, Syrian starseeds also typically work very well, and they remain very calm and clear under any type of pressure. Okay, so those of you guys who maybe connect with that, because I've always been someone who can transmute and alchemize a situation, transmute a situation of chaos, drama, things of that nature. Now, I'm also a Libra sun, so I have that kind of balanced, you know, see both sides, you know, bring forth some kind of harmony energy with me too, right? But a lot of you guys are like that, and Syrian starseeds in general are like that. They're very future oriented and focused. They dislike social hierarchy. Okay, that's like a given, right, with starseeds in general. But Syrian starseeds, really, they can see through it from a very young age. Like, even like when you started maybe going to school, you felt maybe school was very structured, there was something off with it. Like, maybe you enjoyed it and you had fun and learning, but you still felt it was structured. There was something very controlling about it, right? So we see through it, and we do not like it. Okay, we are literally here to disassemble all of this stuff, right? Career oriented, very peaceful presence, and not easily angered. So the Syrians are very calm, cool, collected. Takes a lot to ruffle our feathers or to anger us. You know, like, very rarely would you ever see a Syrian starseed be like rage out. You know what I mean? And they're just super highly sensitive and very in tune. Okay. So, you know, and then look at that. After that, we have the Arcturian starseeds. Okay. So Arcturus. Okay. Highly intelligent, evolved, you know, souls. Okay. They have typically very great memories, like photographic memories too, like where you can remember very, very vivid details of things, etc. A lot of times Arcturian starseeds are, you know, they're builders, they're architects, they're engineers. They might be very drawn to like technology or, you know, computer science, things like that. Okay. But it doesn't have to be. They're natural born leaders. Abundance of the shadow side. So Arcturian starseeds have an abundance of the shadow side. It's not going to be like everyone, but what that means is like, it's like you may house a lot of shadow, but you're helping to transmute a lot of that shadow. Okay. And other people's shadow too. Okay. I hope I'm explaining that the right way. Arcturian starseeds drawn to sacred geometry. Okay, they are problem solvers, very witty and high thinkers, and of course, very psychic. Okay, that's just kind of in general, because all of us starseeds, we hold the psychic energy, of course, right? Okay, but yeah. And then last card here, I know this reading was long, but it's my first time ever using this deck, and it's such a beautiful, powerful deck, as you guys can see. Let me know, please, 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 in the comments how you enjoyed this reading, because trust me, we're going to be getting a lot more of these. Yeah, let me know how you connect and the syncs for you, and how you like the messages and the energy and all the things, okay? Something absolutely fucking wonderful is about to happen in your life. Okay, something wonderful is about to happen. You know why? Because of the fact that you're stepping into your power. You're stepping more into your mission. All right, you're reconnecting with your roots, with who you are. Okay, you're embracing more of it. Okay, 3 months from now, your life will look so freaking different. All right, let me just get a Starseed Oracle here. Let's just get a card, please, Spirit. All right, let's call on our cosmic ancestors, our star family. Okay, all right. Remember, you guys are even like you guys are star royalty. A lot of you guys, I'm telling you, you're known. You're star guide, star family. You know, you're known in star systems. Okay, like You know, for some of you guys, you have a seat right at the table, high councils. You have a seat on the Galactic Federation of Light. You've worked closely with other star beings that are in the, you know, on the Galactic Federation of Light. You've worked directly, and probably still do in a lot of ways for some, or will be, connecting with, you know, Ashtar and things of that nature. Okay, so, all right, for some of you guys, I'm hearing Ashtar is coming through and saying that, okay, this is what I heard exactly was, I will come to you when the time is right. Okay, meaning I will come to you, I will reveal myself to you, more than likely in the dream state, okay, in the astral realm, but in the dream state, and you'll know when Ashtar, you'll know it's Ashtar, and Ashtar will bring you some sacred wisdom and knowledge for your path and for what's ahead. Okay, but when the time is right, when you're ready. So that means for probably a good number of you guys right now, that the energy of Ashtar is about to come through for you. Because what it feels like, why I'm being told this and why this is coming through, is because it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Okay, so just an FYI. All right, so let's get a card. Trust the timing. Okay, so we have trust the timing. Hold on, I'm just gonna grab a Divine Masters Oracle card. Mary Magdalene just happened to be on the bottom. Okay, so it says trust the timing, trust the wave that you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, and what this is getting for me is like, time is not running out because time is speeding up, because we are on new timelines, okay? And what that means, and why I was called to do this deck, okay, and all these very, like, you know, powerful energies and ancient energies and stuff, right? One, because this is their way of coming through. It's a way of learning, teaching, confirming things for you, soul mission stuff. But it's because we've jumped timelines, okay? Everything that's happening now is at a much higher vibrational level, okay? So time is an illusion, and things are going to pick up speed, okay? Like literally, you could feel like the days just fly by. You could feel like you're losing 30 minutes here, 15 minutes here, an hour there. I don't know, right? But it's because it is, right? So we are ascending beyond the old timelines and paradigms, whatever you want to call it, right? And the things, so it's like everything about us is speeding up, right? Our ascension is speeding up. Our wisdom is kicking in and speeding up. Our learning is going to be speeding up. You know, the way that we absorb information is speeding up. Something that may, you know, like let's say we read a book about something, right? Well, maybe before we would have had, in our old denser energies, we would have had to maybe go over that book again or read it again, go back references. But in our new energy and in our truer version of who we are with our higher self, we retain information that maybe we couldn't retain before. Our memory holds stuff, right? We are connecting on higher levels. So it's like an accelerated everything. Time is not running out. Time is not running out, okay? So for some of you guys, that's a message, you know, a direct message for you, where maybe you feel like a timeline or something, or you're running out of time, like, you know, oh, I don't know. I don't even know, like, you know, whether it be about love, relationships, you know, pregnancy, like fertility. I don't know. It could be about anything, right? Okay, I'm also getting, like, for some of you guys, okay, you might, like, feel called to, like, you know, start your own spiritual-based business or a platform, or to start sharing publicly about your gifts, who you are, you know, what you're being called to. Okay, you can't stand in the shadows because of other people's projections or opinions. That's for some of you guys. It's time to step into your power and mission. This is not coming from Erica. I mean, it is, but it's coming from spirit, from source for you. Okay, I'm also getting, like, don't worry about your age. It doesn't matter. Like, you can start over at any time. Don't worry about your age. Don't judge yourself. Oh, you know, I'm 50 years old. You know, I can't start, you know, a tarot reading channel, you know, with all these younger people out there. Yes, you can. And yes, you will. And yes, you should. The Atlanteans are showing up. Ooh, ooh, I love it. There's Hathor showing up. See, talked about her. There she is. That's what I mean. She's showing up. light activations. You guys are getting very powerful, ancient light activations, activating your, a lot of just divine ancient wisdom, all right? Okay, some of you guys might even have dreams, or you might reconnect to past life memories of maybe when you were in ancient Egypt or building the pyramids, or maybe a past life, and you connect on another timeline or something to, you know, where, when you're, you know, I don't know, incarnated in the 7th dimension doing something. I don't know. You cannot make this shit up. I just talked about time is not running out, and I said everything is speeding up, right? Things are speeding up. Acceleration is the first word here. Thank you, Spirit, for always backing me up. Brilliance and stand in your light. Things are speeding up. There is acceleration, fast forward movement, momentum happening here. Okay, and it's time for you to stand in your light and in your power. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Hathor. Thank you, beloved Mother Hathor. The Atlanteans, evolution, vibration. Okay, so confirmation of, for a lot of you guys, your Atlantean ancestors. Okay, you could have been royalty in Atlantis, right? High priest king, high priest queens. Evolution, vibration, legacy, technology, and progress. Expect acceleration. Holy shit. Acceleration, acceleration on both of these. You cannot make this stuff up. Expect it, my loves. There's progress here. Some of you guys, you're going to start opening up more. Maybe you invent something, or you work with technology, or you create an app or something. I don't know. But it's also about like your legacy and who you are and your lineage. That's what I mean. Okay? Those of you guys who, some of you guys who that were in Atlantis was known for sacred technology, high level technology, crystal technology, things of that nature. You guys are going to start remembering this stuff, or being called to it. Remembering it, right? But, okay. All right. So that is what I got for you, my loves. I'm like, am I called to grab anything else? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's just get a couple tarot cards real fast. I mean, we're already over an hour. So anyways, I love you guys so much. If you want to book a reading with me, you can find the information in the description box below. If you want to do like, you know, like a starseed reading, or more about your soul path, your soul mission, your soul purpose, you could, you know, that would be for me like a general reading. But I also do offer a past life Akashic reading, because I'm an Akashic reader where I connect to the Akashic records. And you know, that's a little different, but you'll see it all below. You'll see it all below. Okay. 2 of Wands. Wow. 2 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. So there is a material abundance and wealth here. Okay. I feel that's a part of what the progress is and the acceleration. A speed up in your finances, a speed up in your successes, you know, all of these things. Okay. There's balance here. It's about the universe giving you rewards. It's about the divine, your ancestors, you know, you receiving just, it's abundance, it's wealth. Okay. You've been putting out a lot of love, a lot of generosity, kindness, compassion, and you're receiving it back in big ways. Okay, that I'm getting that set you up for life. Okay, wishes are being fulfilled here. There's reasons to celebrate here. Again, remember the card. Something wonderful is about to happen. 3 months from now, your life will not look the same. You're going on some type of a journey. Okay, or you've been on this journey, or a certain journey is coming to an end and a new one starts. This is the beginning, though. You guys are looking out. There's something here. The white stag is going to be significant too for some of you guys. Yeah. Wishes coming true, wishes being fulfilled, money rolling in, material wealth piling up, like all the things. Okay? 4 of Cups. You've known a lot of rejection. You know, you've known a lot of rejection wounds, abandonment wounds. You have felt maybe at times on this journey in this lifetime that, you know, I'm getting, even just recently, you have felt like God has forsaken you, or your journey has forsaken you, or it's like, you know, just this very kind of defeated energy. Okay, but Spirit was never forsaking you. Spirit was showing you things all along. Okay, and now you're really seeing them. All right. Yeah, see, Spirit your spiritual guides, your higher self, right? They've helped you move through these wounds. All right. The cycles of wounding and wounds and pain and all that, those are going out the door. This is now a high level spiritual life that you are moving into. You see? Okay. That's why we have all of this beautiful energy and things speeding up, and, you know, these gods, goddesses showing up, and you learning more about who you are and where you want to go and things like that, right? So anyways, I love you guys so much. If you want to pre-order a LEMURIAN seed clear quartz crystal pendant, they're copper wire wrap. This one's my personal one, okay? And it's might look a little kind of janky because it's like a 1.5 years old. But these are seeded crystals left by the Lemurians, okay? So they hold Lemurian wisdom, knowledge, codes, things like that, activations, healing energy, stuff like that, okay? So if you feel called, if you feel guided, I infuse them with channeled light language, my own quantum healing, for whatever I feel guided to infuse it with. And then they are sound charged with Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Ganesh mantras. They are charged with the moon, and they are cleansed and charged with the sun and the sun's light codes. Okay, so they're very powerful little babies here. Okay, but if you feel called, guided to purchase one, pre-order one, they're scheduled to go out around the end of March sometime. Okay, so you'll see the instructions below, okay? So, all right, guys, I won't hold you up anymore. I love you guys. Thank you for being on this journey with me and with all of us. We are all in this together. We are all just here walking each other home, right? Okay, so with that being said, and so it is. Aho. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am blessed. I am abundant. I am receiving miracles now. And so it is. Mwah. Bye, my loves.